So you could see we are into the module 3. This is the fourth session on the concept of stack. Fourth session on the concept of stack. So last class we went with one of the programming concepts of stack, that is how do we do a push operation and what is pop operation and how do we display the content of a stack in a program. So once again I just wanted to convey uh, the concept of stack with respect to your syllabus is very simple. We don't have much of the complex program that is being involved in the syllabus, right? So let me once again review that. All of you, I request you to concentrate on the concepts today. Today, what we are going to do is, so you have only these concepts, that is a stack using a array, stack using a linked list concept. So you have only these concepts in your syllabus. First, theoretically, you might be asked in the module 3, stack representation in the memory. What is the difference between arrays and stacks? So what is the application of arrays and what are the application of stacks that is being given, right? I just stated. Explain the various operations of a stack, push, pop. So basic operations, there are many operations. We are going with only the two operations, and push, pop operation. Okay. So theoretically, we have seen how do you represent the stacks. We have seen difference between stacks and arrays. We have seen the concept of last in first out. I just wanted to take you through the programming concept today. What we did yesterday, same as if like we're using a linked list today. So all of you, I request you to concentrate on the subject. So pushing the elements by using the pointer to a stack. Always a pointer to a stack is called as top. So top is a pointer to a stack. So we have seen push operation, pop operation. So stack implementation using an array. So array implementation of a stacks has been shown you. So in my point of view, how do you represent a top at the beginning when the stack is empty? Top equals to -1, right? Two concept I stated. You have to mention top is representing at the base. So at the value -1. So when you insert something, the top will become 0. The top will become 1. Top will become 2. Top will be 3, 4. So 5 is the maximum stack size. So stack size has been mentioned at the initialization. The maximum size of the stack is 5. So hence, when the top equals to stack size -1, hence the stack, when the top equals to stack size -1, stack size -1. So we say that the stack is full. So how do you identify stack is full? You validate if top equals to stack size -1. In that case, you validate that stack is full, or else you can insert the elements into the stack. Okay, that is one concept. Stack is full. When it is empty, if the value of top equals to -1, if the value of top equals to -1, the value of top equals to -1, we say that stack is empty, hence you can insert the element. So there are two concepts, when the stack is empty and when the stack is full with respect to the program what we have done, right? So first, the algorithm, you might be asked even the algorithm start stop. That is, if top equals to max -1, we say that go to step 3. What is step 3? Display the message stack full, or else you validate, increment the top and insert the element to the stack of top. So this is one of the simplest algorithm what I would suggest you could remember on your own, right? Start stop. First validate whether the value of top equals to max -1. So if yes, you say that stack full, else you are going to insert the elements to the stack of top. Then stop. Sorry for the disturbance. So similarly, the pop operation, you have a pop operation, you have start and stop. That is, if top equals to -1, we say that top cannot be emptied. That is, stack is empty, hence we cannot empty anything. If not means what we have to do, it is very simple pop operation. We return stack of top and decrement the top. Return stack of top and decrement the top. Okay. Here is the implementation. Here is the implementation of a stack, all of you. So let me focus, see parallelly one by one. So first part, implementation of a stack using arrays. So initialize stack size equals to 100. That is, if it reaches 99, we say that stack is full. If top equals to maximum stack size -1, what is stack size? Stack size is 100. 100 minus 1 is 99. Hence, we have written in the code below, if top equals to 99, we say that stack is full. Hence, it cannot be inserted. So initialize top equals to -1. Okay. We call push operations, right? Void push int. This we have seen in pop operations. And we call display functions. This is the initialization that you have to do at the entry of the program, that at the main, before main, right? In the main program, I said using a infinite loop while of one, we do create a switch statement. Yesterday I just focused. This is a end of while. This is a end of switch. Okay. So sorry, this is end of main. This is end of main. This is end of switch, and this is end of while, and this is end of switch. So in the switch case, we have 4 cases we have taken. Okay, in the switch we have taken the 4 cases. So I stressed yesterday, I'm going to compare today the same concept. What is push operation? See, in the push operation, this is a function call that has been called. In case 1, you call a function called push. What you want to push? The memory of num1. From where did you get the memory of num1? From the %d and num1. You enter something that, so it has to be pushed. How it is pushed into stack? Using last in first out or first in last out. So when you call push operation, it validates whether the top equals to 99, stack is full. Else you increment top, you store the element to stack of top. This is by using the concept of arrays. Parallelly, I'm going to explain you the concept of a pointer today. That is using linked list. When you use a linked list, you have to use a, what you have to use? You have to use a pointer. So for a pointer declaration, so you have to create a linked list called struct. That is what I'm going to explain it today. So I'm parallelly explaining it. See what you are going to do in the case of using linked list representation. Remember, that was array representation, linked list representation. The major thing that you have to do is you have to create a structure called stack, same as if it's linked list, and it should contain two variables. One is to store the data, one is to store the pointer to the next variable, that is address to the next variable. So it is called next. See, these are all the statements. Struct stack, open the bracket. This is a command declaring the structure for stack element. Why do you declare structure? To create a node. It is same as if like node. Node consists of one element. One is the address of the next element. No, int element, then struct stack pointer variable called a next. So that is stack element pointing to another stack element. Same as if like a pointer to another stack, right? Address. So overall, this structure is represented by the main called top, star top. It is one of the way of a declaration saying that struct stack could be represented by an overall name called star top. It is a pointer to a variable. See, try to understand. This is a major concept we have called struct stack. Include the elements, int element, struct stack, next pointer to variable. Now let us go to the push. The switch statement, rest of the things, everything is same. See, while everything is same, you call push. When you call push, what you have to push? The memory of num1. When you call memory of num1, all of you, see, void push int value. You are passing num1 to it. Now you will call that struct stack pointer. Same here, ptr is a new variable. Struct stack star ptr. What it does basically, it copies the elements. What is that? It copies the elements, both element and the next into a pointer to a pointer. It is a pointer to a pointer. Hence, I could create a dynamic memory allocation. What is this pointer? It creates a dynamic that is at the runtime for insertion or deletion of the stack element. Here, the major thing that you have to analyze here is the two statements, that is you have to here you have to remember 2 points, that is, see, once you create a ptr, so you have to store a value into ptr of element. The element is being created upside. Similarly, so ptr belongs to this function. ptr belongs to this void push function. Void push function that is being created. Okay. So struct stack star ptr, it will automatically copy the element and the next element and next to the star ptr. Now copy ptr of element. What will copy? The inserted value called num1. Num1, it will be copied. First point. Then you have to increment the stack pointer, no? So that is ptr of next. The top, updating the stack pointer. How do you update the stack pointer? You will update the top to the point ptr to the next. That is, you are incrementing the top. This is a way how do we increment in the case of linked list. In that case, ptr plus plus, simply you will top of plus plus will be incremented value. Even I will show you that also. So here two major things. Instead of top plus plus, ptr of next is linked to top is being assigned to ptr of next, and ptr itself is made as a top. Remember, this is also third statement. ptr itself is made as a top and return the value. Now you see what is happening in the case of array that I had explained last class. So in the case of so today let me go with only the push operation. If we have still the people who are able to understand, see, push stack is empty. What you are going to do? You are going to add, increment the top, copy the element to stack of top. First increment the top, that is, it is at the -1. Increment the top at whichever level it is. It is not reached 99. Increment the top, stack, copy the element to stack of top. Whereas in that case, in the case of linked list, first create a struct stack. So where do you have that? Struct stack. After creating a struct stack, create two elements. One is element, one is struct stack of next. And it is being represented by star top. So what is star top consist of, all of you? Star top consists of, it is a pointer variable. So that represents two elements. What are those elements? One is this element that is to be copied to a stack, as a value to a stack, and startup also consists of one of the pointer variable as a node. It is same as if like a node. So this is the way how do we represent the pointer. See, stack element pointing to another stack element. So next, no, it is a pointer that points to the address of another stack element. So ultimately top consists of two elements. It is a definition. The top consists of, it is a pointer variable that holds two things. One is element, one is the pointer to a, that is another element, right? So when you call push operation using linked list, when you call push operation using linked list, see here, what is being happening here is, first, in the case of arrays, what did you incremented top, but here it is not. What you do is you assign pointer element, you copy the value to the pointer element by creating dynamic allocation ptr struct tag. So, and star top is copied to star ptr. Here see, star top as I said contains two things. One is the element, one is the next. Star top is copied, sorry, star top is copied to star ptr. The star top consists of two elements, element and the next value. So now we do play with this ptr of element, ptr of next. Say I would have written top of element, top of next here, but it creates an ambiguity. If I write here top of element or top of next, I cannot, it creates a redundancy with respect to the naming conventions. So what is better is always use a star ptr. See, star ptr is initialized here. Struct stack instead of star top, you have is star ptr. So star top elements are copied to the star ptr. What does star ptr consist of now? The elements of star top. Star top consists of two elements. One is the element, one is the next. So now you have to update the elements, no? So ptr of elements has to be copied with the value that is num1 that is inserted from the scanf in the switch statement, and you have to update the top, no? Ptr next equals to top. You have to update the top as ptr of next, and you have to set finalize ptr equals to top. Final as ptr equals to top. Again, you insert the case one, insert value. Again, this process is repeated until what happens? Until the stack reaches full. So you can use one more statement over here. He has not used it. That is in the push operation, whether you check whether the stack is full or not, whether stack equals to 99 as per the size of the stack. Okay. So this is what the concept of stack push operation using linked list. Similarly, now overall, those who are finding it difficult, the summary you could see here, just push operation. What we have done, struct stack, open the bracket. We have two elements. This is using linked list. Int element, struct stack next. Whole struct stack is represented by star top. This star top is being copied to the downside at the, I'll just show you here. This star top, no? This star top is being copied to the PTR here. See? This PTR. Then you update PTR into top, back again, return value. This is return to PTR equals to top. So here itself you could analyze. You call push operation. When you call push operation, so we have to update the PTR of element, PTR of next of top. Okay. So let me go to the pop operation. So again, I'll come from the arrays, though, because yesterday few people have not understood, as they messaged me that few people have not understood the push pop operations of the stack. I just wanted to once again repeat the pop operation, right? So pop operation is nothing but, though it is same as if like deleting the element from the stack, pop operation is nothing but fetching the data, For pop operation, what you have to first analyze whether the stack is empty. If it is empty, you cannot remove the element, no? So if top equals to -1, that is double equals, we say that stack is empty, or else you have to return what you have to return, stack of top minus, only one statement. What it does basically, this statement, stack of top minus minus, ultimately it removes the current element of stack of top and automatically it decrements, that is returning the top element and decrementing the stack. The single statement, return stack of top minus minus, it will automatically decrements the top and it returns the stack of top. That is how, to where it returns. To where it returns. It returns to the upper function where you have called num2 equals to pop. See, remember this is very important. Num2 equals to pop. Whereas push of num1. Push of num1 will actively play to push the element, that is to store the elements num1. This num1 is copied downside. Remember, this num1 is copied downside either in the linked list program, either in the stack program. Push of num1. Here pop and what you have to pop? Popped element stored into num2. It will wait. When you call this function pop, it will go downside. It will do all the operations regarding pop, that is stack of top minus minus. It is there, no? Stack of top minus minus. So what it does, stack of top minus minus, single statement. What it does, it eliminates, that is it fetches the data return top of current value of stack of top by decrementing the value. Existing value is being copied to the num2, right? Similarly, now see here with respect to the linked list, see those who have not followed with respect to the array, once again here the summary we have, see the summary here. First I initialize array equals stack of 100. So maximum size of the top should be 99. If it reaches 99, stack is full. So that is what we have written in the code. When you do void push of int, see push of num1, when it is called, right, push operation is performed. How does the push operation is performed? The push operation is performed by incrementing the top and copying the element to stack of top. Only two things. When you call int pop, that is num2 equals to pop, simply pop will execute. How do you do this? How do you execute pop? That is by decrementing the stack of top minus minus. Just shown. So that will be copied to the num2. So this is the overall summary with respect to the stack. Now coming to the push operation in the linked list, once again, first what you have to do, you have to create a structure by the name called stack. Struct consists of two variables. One is the general variable element. One is the pointer variable that stores to the next. So overall struct stack declaration could be represented by star top definition, structure definition. So I do declare that star top means it is representing struct stack. So this star top, when you call with respect to the push operation, star top is being copied to the push operation here. See, push star top, it will copy to the star ptr, will copy star top. So here ptr of element, ptr of next. Ptr of elements, the entered value num1 is copied. Ptr of next, the present value of a top is updated, updating the stack pointer and finalizing ptr itself as a top. Coming to the pop by using linked list. See here, very simple. There what you did, stack of minus minus you did, no? Once again, I'll just show you that. In the case of so see here, return stack of top minus minus. Stack of top minus minus. Returning the top element and decrementing the stack pointer, no? So see in the case of linked list, simply you're calling a return function in stack of top minus minus. This also, it is a very simple. When you call pop operation, so control goes to the downside. See into pop. So So check whether it is null, because since we are using a pointer variable, so whether top equals to null. If it is null, stack is empty, cannot be popped. Else, see here what you are going to pop. You are going to copy top of element, reverse. You are copying the top of element to the one of the temporary variable called temp. In temp, right? That is, you fetched it, you removed it from the stack. Then you need to update the stack pointer, no? So top of next equals to top. That is, it is a decrementing case. You're going to update the value of top. It is same. These two statements are same as if like return stack of top minus minus and return temp. What is there in temp? What is there in temp? Top of element is no. This is being returned by the function called pop, that is being copied to num2. Hence, what is being popped up? Num2 is being popped up. Actually, basic popping is this. This is updating the pointer. See, if you could realize the two concepts here, it is reverse here. It is reverse. Here we use top of element, top of next, no? Top of element or top of next, or else PTR of element, PTR of next. You can use even PTR of element, PTR of next. Since we have not used dynamic memory allocation, for popping, we don't need a dynamic memory allocation. Here you see PTR of element, PTR of next. So for popping, he has not given it. See, for popping, it is a reverse. Totally, it is a reverse. Top of element copied to temp. Top of next is assigned to top. Decrement. This is not increment. This is decrement. We are doing reverse thing. Copy the top of element to temp, return temp, and top of next to the top, updating the stack model. That is, you are decrementing it. Okay. So here, what we did? See, top is assigned to PTR of next. It was reversed. These statements have been reversed. Either here top of next, top to the top of next. This symbol, just wanted to stress you, PTR of next, no. This is on the left hand side in the case of pushing operation. Whereas in the case of popping operation, you could see here, top of element is on the right hand side. Top of next is on right hand side. Hopefully you have tried to understand. So let me, if possible, let me take one more session on stack. So in fact, as I briefed up, you don't have much of the concept on stack operation. Only the 4 concepts we have. One is array implementation, linked implementation. Array implementation, push operation, pop operation, display operation. Linked list implementation, push operation, pop operation, and display operation. Overall, what you have to focus is, you have to focus. Basically, I could expect the question for array implementation of stack, since he has not given much of the concepts on the linked list. So I could expect this program from the examination point of view, explain with the help of an example array implementation of a stack, or else specifically push operation using stack, pop operation using stack, right? Pop operation, array implementation of a stack using push, pop, or a display. So let me see, if possible, let me take one more session in simple manner how to explain push and pop operation using it. So this completes almost your third unit related to the stack, though the linked list we have a balance. Why I have not taken again linked list? Because many people raised the questions regarding stacks that is linked list, they are finding it difficult. So my idea is to concentrate on the easier part of the syllabus. What is stack? Since you don't have a lab, so we don't have much of the issues while executing the program. So stacks, and here the major concept is queues. So you could expect direct questions from stack and queues, and direct programs, definitely no twist, no changes in the stacks and queues program. Either using push operation, using linked list, push operation using arrays. And next we left with the queues. So this completes, in fact, the concept of stack for the sake of module 3. So what we'll do is, once again, I will try to repeat the concept of stack using linked list when I come to this point, linked list, double linked list and all. So now my planning is to go with the queues and few of the important concepts which are really needed for examination, that is sorting. So where you can score the marks easily and where you can easily prepare for your examination. because I went through the syllabus. It is quite hard to cover all the syllabus. Basically, you don't have a lab for me to show and execute the program. Even that was quite interesting, but all the people should execute the program. That is the issue. Then I cannot cover the syllabus in that point of view. So stack almost I have covered the theoretical part. Programming part, I had explained you the using arrays. By using a linked list, I've told you what is it basically. So just go through the Google Classroom, or else I'll once again stack one file. I'll upload it to the WhatsApp group. Try to analyze what exactly you have it, so that we can go ahead with the queues. So I may go with the queues in the next week, next class, with a few left out concept of the stack. Okay. And what I'll do is immediately after queues, I'll go to the sorting here, selection, insertion, bubble queue, very simple linear binary hash, so that we will be much confident. Then we go on covering the left out concept. So at least we would be confident that we prepared for the concepts on sorting, module 5, queues, module 4, module 3 stacks, and these are all the concepts here. So those who have not given the attendance on the chat session, can give the attendance on the chat session. So I request you to give the attendance on the chat session, those who are not given it. So let me plan for it. I'm trying hard for you, like what all the things that I could give to see that you feel confident with respect to the both the concept of linked list. So I suggest you first concentrate on the concept of stacks and queues, right? Stacks and queues, because they cannot skip the questions from stack, definitely in module 3, as it is an important data structure, non-primitive linear data structure. And you have this thing, I'll forward it today. Sorry. So stack, array implementation, linked implementation, you have basically two major programs, and you might be asked even these algorithms also. Theory, you don't have to go with any notes as such. You could refer only this document. This document is enough, what I feel. Okay, this document is enough. What is push, what is pop? With the diagrammatically, you should be able to explain push or pop operation for an array. Then algorithm, see, by using stack, topic was top up, no stack of element, simply updating it. Same as if what you do in the program, validate top equals to 1, return stack of top and set top equals to -1. These two operations has been written in a program, written how it has been written, stack of top and set top equals to top -1 has been written, how it has been written stack of top minus minus. It will both do the same job. Return stack of top minus minus. Automatically, it is a post decrement. No, so what it does, it will return stack of top, and the value of top will be decremented. Very simple. So in the case of linked list, see, there are two things that you have to remember. In the case of push operation, you copy start top to be PTR. You copy for case 2 when you call push operation, push of num1. What it does, it will copy the star PTR star top here. You dynamically allocate the memory, copy the value to the PTR element. Since you are inserting, PTR of element is on the left hand side, PTR of next is on the left hand side. You are updating the top and you are assigning PTR equals to top. Whereas in the case of pop operation, right hand side, see, he has taken not PTR of element, directly top of element, directly top of next. Here you would have taken PTR of element. Why he has not taken? Because since we are deleting, we are not inserting. He has not taken PTR of next or PTR of top. We are not creating any dynamic memory here. Since we are simply deleting the element, you simply take top of element, store in temp, and return that temp to the above pop element. And you update the top of next as top. Once you eliminate it, what happens? So top of next will be decremented. How do you decrement? In this way, top of next equals to top. So theoretically, you could remember such thing and you could write a program. So a few questions have been preferred. Maybe I'll forward it to you. So as of now, today I'll stop the session. Those who have not given can give the attendance in the chat session. Any queries from your side, you could chat, all of you. Any clarifications you have? Yes, if you have any doubts or any clarification, you could